So welcome back to the A27. I'm here at Lancing. I've been posting quite a lot of videos about problems on the A27 recently, and I'm afraid it's in danger of becoming a bit of a mini-series. So lots of people have been writing to me about the latest lane closures, slipway closures, roadworks, and constant disruptions, particularly on the stretch of the A27 between Shoreham and Lancing. I know about it, I get caught in it myself, and it's really frustrating. I've been posting a lot of information on my Facebook page and via Twitter. The recent very serious crash we had at the beginning of the month on the Shoreham flyover, which has given rise to the continued closure of that slip road. The impact on the fencing and railings was so big, apparently, that the engine of the car involved actually was detached from the car. That's why they've had to close the slip road until they get these new railings made. I've got them to accelerate the time it's taking to do that, but it's still taking several weeks. I hope it's going to be done imminently. What I'm much more angry about, though, is these impromptu closures, often down to utility companies, particularly down to Southern Water, for emergency repairs, emergency leaks or whatever. So I had some complaints the other day that this stretch of the A27 was down to one lane, causing big tailbacks, because Southern Water had emergency powers to dig up the road because of something to do with low water pressure. The trouble is nobody ever saw anybody doing any work on it, and it seemed to take too long. Why? I've asked them for a proper explanation, and the reason I've asked them is because I've queried a lot of these road closures. They've had lights down on the A259, bringing, again, gridlock with tailbacks going all the way back into Shoreham and way back into the centre of Lancing as well. It causes serious disruption. So any work that's being done needs to be done very quickly and only when absolutely necessary. So I asked them why these lights have been put up, and they said, oh, emergency water leak, we had to do it for. I didn't believe them. I went and took some photos, and I went back and challenged them, and they said, oh no, actually it was to do with connecting a new house to the mains. So they are getting away with using this excuse that is not always true. And why did they take several days to do that? They said, oh, they had to wait several days for the tarmac to dry. It doesn't take several days for tarmac to dry. So I'm not going to let them get away with this. So I've asked the Chief Executive of Southern Water to account to me for some of these recent road closures, use of traffic lights, and why exactly they're happening and what they could have done to avoid it. So I need you to keep telling me what is occurring. So please report to me when there's been a closure, when you see roadworks that don't appear to involve any work actually going on. I will collate all of these and use them to challenge the utility companies, National Highways, and the County Council Highways Department as well. I need you to tell me. I will use it because it's causing too much chaos at the moment. And I know it because I've been stuck in it myself too often.